Bonsoir tout le monde et bienvenue à notre Flow 1 du mercredi soir. Donc, Ray est à la maison avec sa petite poupoune parce que c'est la garderie qui était fermée aujourd'hui. Okay? Donc, on a des gens à la maison aussi. Bonsoir. Donc, aujourd'hui, si vous aviez 2 blocs, si c'est disponible, puis une sangle. Okay? Puis, avant de commencer, on va tout de suite prendre notre sangle, before we start. Right? And then we just want to make a loop. So you loop it underneath. C'est, on va en dessous de la partie qui est mobile. Hein? Puis on revient par-dessus. So you come back over. Hein? And then just make a loop about this. Okay? C'est juste parce qu'on va l'utiliser pour attraper des chevilles. C'est juste pour que ça soit facile. Okay? Et on le laisse pour le côté gauche, côté droit. Yes. OK? Parfait. Et on va commencer tout le monde dans une position debout. OK. Donc, on va commencer debout parce que je me dis qu'on est pas mal assis. So we're sitting down most of the day. Hein? So I thought that we would just start like getting present and centered like on our 2 feet. So find kind of that sweet spot with your feet about hip distance apart. And then your hips directly over your ankles. Can you roll the shoulders slightly back, opening the heart? And now just noticing the weight into your feet. And to equally distribute the weight. So think of your feet about like 4 corners, c'est comme 4 coins. So find kind of that equal space here. Yeah. And then from here, like I said, opening up the heart, lengthening your neck, and then softening all the muscles of your face. On adoucit tous les muscles du visage. So now I want you to imagine that your spine is like a straw. C'est comme une paille. And then as you breathe in, the air, the prana, the life force travels through your spine, helping you to grow taller. And then exhale. Inhale through your straw. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And as you continue to breathe here, just bring some softness. Notice if your knees are locked. So soften your knees. Relax your fingers. Just breathing in, feeling from the top of your feet all the way to the top of your head, like the energy just lifting you up as you breathe in. And then feeling grounded as you breathe out. And then you might want to set an intention for your practice tonight, just thinking about what brought you in, either in studio or at home. And what are you looking to get more for today's practice? Is it more a physical release? Maybe it's a mental release, an emotional release. So whatever you are craving today, so honor yourself to give yourself just that. Right? To give not more than you have to give. We'll open with 3 ohms. So we'll avec 3 ohms. Breathe in. Ah. So, prenez quelques respirations additionnelles. And kind of setting the tone for the hour to come as far as breath. Always making your breath being your guide. So when you find yourself running after your breath, just ease up, catch your breath and come back. And breathe in. And breathe out as we blink open our eyes. On ouvre les yeux. So at the front of our mat, before we start moving into our salutation, we'll just do a nice little stretch. So you'll bring your right leg in front of your left, so the ankle cross in front. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do it the same side than you. Yeah, okay. And then going in the opposite direction. Yeah. So planting both feet, you circle both arms up, and then you catch the right wrist with the left hand, and then you lean towards the left side. Yeah. So trying to open your chest up. Yeah. Inhale. And exhale, leaning towards your left, opening your heart up. Inspire. Et expire. Now inspire au centre, come back towards the center. And then as you exhale, hinge forward, flexion avant. Yeah. And then walking towards the left, marchez vers la gauche. And then we will run around, on marche complètement autour. And then we'll come back towards the other side, and this time it's going to be the left foot in front of the right. Yeah, so we're just autour du monde. And then pushing into both feet, inhale, as you circle your arms up. It's a harder one for me on that side. It's almost like my right leg is longer than the left, so it doesn't fit. So make it work. Inhale, lengthen. And then this time you're catching your left wrist with your right hand, bending towards the right, vers la droite. Inspire. Et expire. I'll put some music on. Inhale, fill up. And exhale, just a little bit deeper on the side. Inhale. And exhale. Now inhale, circle both arms up. And as you exhale, inch forward, all the way down. Now you can uncross your legs. We'll go around one more time. So now going towards the right side, rolling around, and then coming back all the way towards the other side, and then uncross your leg, décroiser les jambes, et dérouler une vertèbre à la fois jusqu'en haut, on roll all the way to the top. So make sure your blocks are at the front of your mat, so if you ever need them, they are available. And then we'll start with sun salutation Si. I'm going to come around to give a few assists. So inhale as you circle both arms up. And from your hips, inch forward, Uttanasana, flexion avant. Now you lift your chest halfway lengthened. Inhale. And as you exhale, plant both hands down and step back into a low lunge. So the right knee comes down, le genou droit au sol. You point your back toes. You reach both arms up. Inhale. And then exhale, sink into your right hip. Inspire, allonge les côtés. Expire. Inhale. Exhale. Both hands to the mat. On the inhale, lift your back knee, plant your back toes. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Now inhale, forward to a plank, shoulders over wrist. As you exhale, Ashtanga Namaskar, you bring your knees, your chest, your chin, your elbow grazing your rib cage. Glide onto your belly, you lift your chest up. Inhale, baby cobra. And as you exhale, you lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog, chien, tête baissée. Inspire. Expire. Inspire, la jambe droite au ciel. We lift our right leg up and back. And exhale, right foot between your hands, your left knee down. You point your back toes into a low lunge. Reach up, inhale. And exhale as you sink into your left hip. Inhale, shoulders over hips. Open your heart up. And then exhale. Inspire. Expire. Les deux mains au sol, both hands to the mat. You plant your back toe, you lift your back knee. Inhale to the front of your mat. And exhale, fold forward, flexion avant. Both arms towards the sky. Inhale, circle both arms up. And exhale, hands to heart, Samastiti. Côté gauche, left side. Inhale, circle both arms up. And exhale, fold forward, flexion avant. Now pay attention. Inhale, halfway lengthen, à demi-dos long. Exhale, you plant both hands down, big step with the left foot. Yeah, but now the back leg is long. We rise up into a high lunge. Inhale. And exhale, bend into that front knee. Inhale, bring your shoulders over your hips. And exhale, just a little bit deeper. Inspire, allonge. Et expire. Les deux mains au sol, hands down. Inhale, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to a plank, shoulders over wrist. And as you exhale, your knees down, bring your chest all the way down to your belly, right? To the mat. Point your toes. Petit cobra, baby cobra, maybe upward facing dog, pushing in your hand, lifting your knees up. And exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale as we lift our left leg up and back, three-legged dog, chien à trois pattes. Exhale, left foot between your hands, le pied gauche entre les mains. On allonge la jambe droite derrière. Inspire, grand lunge. And exhale, walk your foot, twist it forward, yeah. Inspire. Et expire. Inspire, relâche les épaules. Et expire. Inhale as you bring both hands next to your front foot. And exhale, you step to the front. On avance à l'avant du tapis, flexion avant. Pushing into both feet, engage the core, circle the arms up. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, we bring our hands to our heart, Samastiti. Inhale. And exhale, sun salutation A, salutation A, les deux bras au ciel. Inspire. Et expire, flexion avant. À demi-dos long, inspire. Et expire, on marche derrière en planche. Inspire dans la planche. Et sur l'expiration, peut-être chaturanga ou votre variation d'un flow. Les orteils vers l'arrière de la salle, chien tête levée ou cobra. Et sur l'expiration, les hanches vers le ciel, chien tête baissée. On prend 5 respirations. Inspire. Et expire. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale. And exhale. Maybe engaging like that Ujjayi breath, that breath with sound. Inhale. And exhale. Last big breath. Inhale. And exhale as you bend your knees, you look between your hands. Now you walk or you step all the way forward. You lift your chest halfway. Inhale. And as you exhale, fold forward. Uttanasana, flexion avant. Pouce dans les pieds, les bras vers le ciel. Inspire. Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, hands toward Samastiti. Nice. Inspire. Et expire. On commence avec une séquence debout. Les deux bras au ciel. Circle both arms up. And exhale, fold over your legs. Uttanasana, flexion avant. À demi-dos long, inspire. Et expire, plante les mains au sol, un grand pas derrière avec le pied gauche. Big step back with your left foot, and then you come into a low lunge. So your left knee is down, le genou gauche au sol. And then we inhale, both arms up. And as you exhale, you bring both hands behind your back, you interlace your fingers. On amène les mains derrière le dos, on fait des points vers le sol. Inhale, open your chest up. And as you exhale, sink into that left hip, bend deeply into your front knee. Inspire. Et expire. Inspire. Et expire. Super. Inspire. Et expire. On relâche les deux mains au sol. Release both hands to the mat on the inhale. And exhale, lengthen your front leg into a half split. On vient dans une demi-split. Ici, peut-être les blocs, ça peut être vraiment pratique. Hein? Ajuster la jambe droite devant, planter le talon, lever les orteils vers vous, la hanche droite vers l'arrière, inspire et expire, flexion avant. Inhale. And exhale, keep you rolling that right hip back. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Dernière. Inspire, remplis. And exhale just a little bit deeper. Lift your chest up on the inhale. Now, you plant your front foot. Keep your toes, your feet where they are. Lengthen both legs. Allonge les deux jambes. Une pyramide large. So, wide leg pyramid. Lift your chest. Maybe your fingers on the top of your block. Rolling that right hip back. Le talon gauche flotte. So, les pieds vraiment larges. Le pied. Oui, c'est ça. Et on plie vers l'avant. Inspire. Peut-être on lève les orteils du pied droit vers le ciel. Maybe you lift the toes of the right foot forward. So you feel the stretch behind both legs. Inspire. Et expire. Amène ta jambe derrière un peu plus loin, mais le talon vers l'arrière. Oui, comme ça. Inspire. Et expire. Flexion. On replie le genou devant. You rebend that front knee. You walk with your blocks. We're into that runner's lunge. And as we exhale, standing split. Split debout. On lève la jambe gauche. On plie profondément la hanche droite. Jambe gauche vers le ciel. Couronne la tête vers le sol. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Roll your left hip in line with the right. Inhale. And exhale. Now, big step back with your left foot, grand pas derrière. Inhale, and as you exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale as you come forward to a plank, shoulders over wrist. And then as you exhale, find your flow. Chien, tête levée. Et chien, tête baissée. On respire. Let's breathe here. Inhale. Exhale. Inspire. Expire. One more big breath. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, heels towards the ground. Now we inhale, we come forward to a plank, shoulders over wrist. And then as you exhale, you go all the way down to your belly. Donc, on plie jusqu'au sol. Okay. So, à partir d'ici, from here, now you will bring your right forearm on the mat. Okay? Et on plie la jambe gauche. Okay, no, sorry. Let me start that again. Okay. Left forearms, l'avant-bras gauche au sol. Et on attrape peut-être notre sangle. You could grab your strap. On plie la jambe gauche et on attrape la cheville avec la main droite. I'm completely locked. I'm unable to reach. Donc, on attrape avec la main droite la cheville gauche. Je vais venir vous aider parce que moi, j'ai besoin d'aide. Inhale. Exhale. Super. Oui. Inspire. Et expire. Essaie de voir si tu peux l'attraper à l'intérieur. La cheville, flexe ton pied. Oui. Inspire, lève le cœur. Et expire. Roule la hanche droite vers le sol. Inspire, t'essayes de lever la cuisse gauche. Et expire. Dernière inspire. Et expire. On relâche le pied gauche. Release your left foot. Bring both hands underneath your shoulder. Come into a child's pose. And then back into a downward facing dog. On peut marcher le chien ici, relâcher les hanches. On revient sur la respiration, sur l'intention. OK, on continue la séquence toujours du côté droit, still on our right side. So inhale as you reach your right leg up and back, three-legged dog. And as you exhale, right foot between your hands, le pied droit entre les mains. Now, on se lève dans un grand lunge, rise up, high lunge. And then as you exhale, you bring your right arm back and left arm forward. Hein? Torsion. Donc, on se lève dans un grand lunge, oui, torsion vers la droite. Ouais. Inspire. Et expire. Plie profondément dans le genou devant. Ouais. Inspire. Expire. Peux-tu relâcher un peu tes épaules? Inspire. Et expire. On revient vers le centre, les bras au ciel. Inspire. Et sur l'expiration, on amène les deux mains derrière le dos. Okay? Cette fois-ci, on amène le pied gauche plus près pour notre pyramide. Donc, les deux talons au sol, Les orteils du pied gauche vers l'extérieur. Allonge les poings vers le sol. Ouvre le cœur. Inspire. Et expire, flexion avant. So maybe your fists are coming towards the sky, rolling that right hip back, left hip forward. Inspire. Expire. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now inhale, release your hands to the mat, bend your front knee, right? And then as you exhale, you come into a balance, right? But now you still bend that left leg, and then you catch with the right hand, and then you open just that left hip. So on laisse la tête vers le sol et on lève le genou vers le ciel. Flexion à la hanche droite. Now inhale. Exhale. Crown of the head is looking down. Inhale. And exhale. And then inhale, release your left foot, relâchez le pied gauche à l'avant, à côté du pied droit, and fold forward. Pushing into both feet, circle your arms up. Inhale. And as you exhale, we bring our hands to our heart, Samastiti. Nice. Comment ça va? Yeah? So on a tout un côté. So now let's go for the left B side. Yes? So inhale as you reach both arms up, les deux bras vers le ciel. And exhale, fold at the hips, fold forward. Now you lift halfway lengthen, inhale. And as you exhale this time, plant both hands. You step the right foot back, le pied droit derrière, le genou droit au sol, right knee down, point your toes, and then you rise up, inhale. And then as you exhale, both hands behind your back so you can interlace your fingers. Croise les doigts. Make it the funny way maybe. Inhale, open your chest up. Then exhale, sink into that right hip. Inspire. Et expire. Inspire. Et expire. On relâche les mains chaque côté du pied gauche. Release your hand each side of your left foot. Inhale. And as you exhale, you lengthen your front leg for a demi-split, so half split. So the right knee is on the mat. On reste le genou droit est toujours au sol. Mais cette fois-ci, on s'en vient dans la demi-split. Les orteils vers le ciel. On ouvre la poitrine vers l'avant. On roule la hanche gauche vers l'arrière. Et expiration, flexion avant. On sent vraiment un étirement derrière le mollet gauche, derrière la jambier gauche. Inspire. Et expire. Inspire. Et expire. OK, écoutez bien. Listen up. So now plant your left foot. Don't move where your feet are. Bougez pas où les pieds sont. Plantez les mains sur les blocs. Allonge les deux jambes. Allonge la jambe gauche, la jambe droite. So it's a wide leg pyramid. Inspire, lève la poitrine. Et expire, flexion. Comme tu roules la hanche droite vers le sol, la couronne la tête vers le sol. Inspire. Et expire. Inspire. Et expire. Dernière ici. Inspire. Et expire profondément. On replie le genou devant sur l'inspiration. Inhale. And as you exhale, standing split. Again, deep flexion into your left hip. Crown of the head down. You can even bring your left hand behind your left leg just to help you just get a bit more height. Inspire et expire. Inspire, mais ferme la hanche, oui. Expire, dernière, inspire et expire. Un grand pas derrière. Big step with your right foot and exhale, left foot back, downward facing dog. Chien, tête baissée. Now, we take a pause if we need, or we take a flow. So, on prend une pause ou un flow. Et on se retourne tout le monde dans un chien tête baissée. On va faire quelques respirations ici. Est-ce que je t'ai fait un prana? Oui. OK, parfait. Chien tête baissée. Oui, parfait. Inspire et expire. OK, on vient en inspiration sur la planche, come to a plank, and then bend your elbows all the way down to your belly. On va complètement sur le ventre. OK. Cette fois-ci, on plante l'avant-bras droit. So you plant the right this time. And then you bend the right knee. Hein? And then see if you can catch. I can't. Maybe you use the same hand. Peut-être vous utilisez la même main si c'est impossible. Okay? Et on prend 5 respirations. Inspire. Et expire. Attends, René, je vais venir t'aider. Inspire. Ouais, OK, ça va. Expire. OK, tiens. Inspire. Et expire. Dernière, inspire. Et expire. On relâche le pied droit. Release that right foot. Bring your hands next to your chest. Les mains chaque côté de la poitrine. Le siège vers les talons. Chien tête baissée. Breathing in and breathing out. On revient à l'intention du début de la classe. On revient au souffle. Pouce dans les mains, le coccyx, plie tes genoux un peu. Parfait. Allonge le dos ici. Ouais. Inspire et expire. On complète la séquence. So inhale as you lift your left leg up and back, jambe gauche au ciel. And as you exhale, left foot between your hands, le pied gauche entre les mains. Cette fois-ci, on se lève dans un grand lunge. Inspire. Expire, bras gauche derrière, bras droit devant dans un twist lunge. Inspire. Expire, pousse le talon derrière. Ouais. Inspire, plie profondément ici. Et expire, relâche les épaules. Inspire. Et expire. Dernière, inspire. Et expire. On revient les deux bras au ciel. Inspire. Et sur l'expiration, là, on amène les deux mains derrière le dos. Hein? On va faire un pas avec le pied droit pour que les deux talons soient au sol. Roll the right hip forward. Open your heart up. Inhale. And as you exhale, inch. Pyramid pose. Now here, maybe your fists are coming up. As you keep moving that left hip towards the back of the room, feeling the nice opening in your shoulders. Inspire. Et expire. Super, ouais. Inspire. Et expire. Dernière inspiration. Et expire. On relâche. So you release both ends to the mat and then you bend your front knee. On plie le genou devant. Hein? Là, on lève. So lifting that right leg, we're going in that sugar cane. So bending your right knee, grabbing the right ankle, and then simply opening your hip towards the side a bit. Lifting your heart up. On essaye d'allonger la jambe gauche complètement. On sent l'étirement dans le quadriceps droit. So you feel that quad on the right side, really getting a nice stretch here. Inhale. And exhale. Releasing your right foot next to your left at the front. And exhale, fold forward. On va rester ici juste comme prenez 2-3 respirations. Bougez les hanches de gauche à droite. Nice. And then coming back towards the center, open your feet wider than your hips, and we're getting ready for that yogi squat. Toes pointing out, inhale. And then as you exhale, bring your hips towards the ground. It's okay to use a block or if your heels are floating. Ouais. Inspire. Et expire. Mets tes mains ensemble, pousse les coudes à l'intérieur des genoux, lève le cœur. Inspire. Et expire. Amène tes mains une dans l'autre. Tu pousses tes paumes une dans l'autre. Pousse tes coudes ici. Les mains comme ça. Ouais. Inspire. Et expire. Dernière, inspire. Et expire. On remet les mains au sol. Plant both ends down. Inhale as you lift your tailbone up. Walking your feet underneath your hips again. And as you exhale, fold forward, flexion avant. And then bone by bone, let's just roll all the way back up. Une vertèbre à la fois, on peut même fermer les yeux. Just reconnecting with your breath, with the space, with your body, with your energy. You can bring all of that in one space. Inspire. Et expire. So we continue, still standing, to complete all this towards a peak pose. So inhale as we reach both arms up. And as you exhale, fold forward, flexion avant. We lift halfway, lengthen, inhale. And as you exhale, big step back with the left foot. On amène le pied gauche derrière et on amène le talon gauche au sol pour un guerrier 2. So you bring your left foot in line with the back of your mat. And then as you inhale, you come into your warrior 2. And exhale, bending deeply into that front knee, lengthening your back leg. Inhale. And then exhale. Puis tu plies un peu plus profondément. Marche ton pied plus vers l'avant. Puis tu as les jambes longues. Oui, un peu plus encore. Inspire. Et expire. La paume de la main droite vers le ciel. Turn your right palm and then reverse your warrior. Inspire. Et expire. Plie dans le genou devant. Super. Inspire. Expire. On étire le côté du tronc du côté droit. Inspire. Et expire. Reviens, guerrier 2. Back to your warrior 2. Inhale. And as you exhale, lengthen your front leg. Allonge la jambe droite. On s'en va dans un triangle. Glisse devant. Main droite vers le sol ou vers le tibia ou vers un bloc. Inspire, hanche droite derrière. Roll that right hip back. And then exhale. Inspire. Juste radoucis un petit peu. Inspire. Expire. Now inhale. And exhale. Last more breath here. Inhale. And as you exhale, you look down. On regarde au sol. Reviens vers le centre. Inhale. And as you exhale, bend back into your front knee. We're getting into an extended side angle, une langue allongée. On glisse devant, le coude sur la jambe devant. On roule la poitrine vers le côté. Inspire. Et expire. Engage l'extérieur du pied gauche avec le tapis. Oui. Inspire. Et expire. Inspire. Et expire. Dernière respiration, inspire. Et expire, regarde au sol. On engage les abdominaux, on revient vers le centre, guerrier 2, inspire. Et expire, on amène les deux mains chaque côté du pied droit, retourne derrière, chien, tête baissée. Now, yogi's choice here, you can flow, you can skip your flow. And then we meet back into downward facing dog. Now we come back to a plank. On revient dans une planche. And again, you bend your elbows towards the back so you come all the way down to your belly. On va jusqu'au ventre. Now we'll get into a full bow. On s'en va dans une boucle complète. So, sur le ventre complètement. On plie les deux genoux. Bend both knees. Yeah? And then we catch the back of our ankles. On attrape l'arrière des chevilles. Now, once we catch those ankles, we align our knee with our hips. See if you can catch your ankles and not the top of your feet. And then flex your feet. Yeah? Now, inspire, lève la poitrine, les cuisses, omoplate une vers l'autre. Expire. Inhale, lift up. And exhale. Breathe in. And breathe out. Last big breath. Inhale. And then as you exhale, you come all the way down. Bring one cheek to the mat. Release your hips side to side. And then we plant our hands back onto the mat. We bring our seat to our heels towards a child's pose. And then downward facing dog. Yeah? And now we inhale, we step the right foot between our hands. And as we exhale, left foot forward, full Uttanasana. Circle both arms up, inhale. And exhale, both hands to your heart. Okay, so now we're going to get, I call the class today Dancing in the Rain. On va aller dans un danseur du côté droit. So you might need your strap, maybe not, avec la sangle ou pas. So, on balance sur la jambe droite, balancing on your right leg. Yeah? So now if you're going to use the strap, you could kind of put it around your ankle now. Yeah? On la met derrière la cheville. Oui, OK? Là, on plie le genou. So bend that knee. And then if you're not using a strap, you glide that hand onto your ankle. And then rolling that knee down, and then the foot towards the back. Yeah? Parfait. Ouvre la poitrine, inhale. Now lengthen your left arm up. Or I guess it's your right arm. And then inch forward, on plie vers l'avant. On essaie de garder les deux hanches vers le sol, mais le cœur vers l'avant. Inhale. And exhale. We can use the wall. On peut utiliser le mur. Hein? Inspire. Et expire. Bel allongement. Inhale. And exhale. Last breath. Inhale. And exhale. Now coming back towards the center. Knee towards your chest. Both arms up. And then as you exhale, bring your foot down and then your hands to your heart. Shake it, shake it. OK, on va aller tout faire ça du côté gauche. And the floor is calling us. What's coming soon, OK? So we circle both arms up, les deux bras vers le ciel. And as you exhale, fold forward, flexion avant. We lift halfway, inhale. And as we exhale, we plant both hands and a big step with the right foot. On amène le pied droit derrière, le talon droit au sol. So the foot for warrior two. Now come to your warrior two. Viens dans un guerrier deux. Inspire. Et expire dans le genou devant. Bend into that front knee. Roule ta cuisse gauche vers l'extérieur. Inspire. Et expire la paume de la main gauche vers le ciel. On renverse le guerrier. Reverse your warrior. Inhale. And as you exhale, sinking into that front knee. Inhale, lengthening the side, left side body. Expire. Inspire. Et expire. Reviens, guerrier 2, back to your warrior 2, inhale. And as you exhale, lengthening your front leg. Allonge la jambe gauche. On glisse vers l'avant dans notre triangle. Now, inhale. Exhale. So roll that hip back, yeah? Open your chest to the side, and then your arm energetically towards the front, the palm facing down, ouais? Inspire. Et expire, relâche tes mâchoires, ouais? Inspire. Et expire. Dernière, inspire. Expire, regarde au sol, look down. Back towards the center, inhale. And as we exhale back into our warrior two, guerrier deux. On glisse vers l'avant. We glide forward for an extended side angle. Left elbow to that front thigh. Right arm towards the front, opening your chest towards the right. Inspire. Expire. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale as you look down. Coming back to that warrior two, guerrier deux. And as you exhale, cartwheel your hands on either side of your front foot, step back, downward facing dog. Flow or no flow, chouette yogi ici. Chien tête levée et chien tête baissée. Let's take a few breaths. Maybe opening your mouth, stretching your jaw. Moving your head side to side, wherever you find yourself holding tensions. Okay. Now inhale as we lift our left leg up and back. And exhale the left foot between your hands into that runner's lunge. And then right foot forward. And Uttanasana. Circling both arms up, inhale. And then exhale, bring our hands to our heart. Find balance into your left foot. Bring the right knee into your chest. Again, strap, peut-être la sangle ou la main derrière la cheville. So find your balance here. And before leaning forward, really find strength into that left leg. Shoulders over hips, and then you start hinging at that left hip, and then left arm forward. Inspire. So pull onto your ankle, and then push your ankle in your hand. So it's going to help to open up. Inspire. Et expire. Inspire. Et expire. Roule ta hanche droite un peu vers le sol. Dernière inspiration. Expire. We release the right knee towards the chest, both hands up. And then exhale, bring both feet down and then your hands to your heart. Circle your arms up. And then let's just get into a deep forward bend. Bend your knees, catch opposite elbow, attrapez les coudes opposés. Give yourself a breath. Et on trouve l'immobilité. You find stillness. Releasing your fingers towards the ground. And we lift our chest halfway. And then exhale, step back to a downward facing dog. Now come forward to a plank. And now you come into a table. On amène les deux genoux au sol. On vient à la posture de la table. So bring your... Now we're getting from here, we'll get into a sleeping pigeon. Okay, on s'en va dans un pigeon. So you bring your right knee behind your right wrist. On amène le genou droit derrière le poignet droit. Le pied droit vers la gauche. Hein? Lengthening the back leg, opening your hips forward. On lève la poitrine, inspire. Peut-être un bloc sous le fessier droit et sur l'expiration, on vient sur les avant-bras ou juste sur le sol. On va rester ici pour une dizaine de respirations. So I invite you to really be heavy. Breathing into the sensations, if it is making itself noticed. And notice if you're holding tension in any areas of your body that do not involve the current posture. So just let go of that, your jaw or your shoulders. Maybe your fist. And then gently walking your hands back up. And then step back into a table. On retourne dans la table. On fait quelques chats et quelques vaches. So do a few movement of your hips. You can move them side to side, up and down. Even stretch to a down dog if that's what felt good. And now we're back to the still table for the left side. So bringing your left knee behind your left wrist. Moving the left foot towards the right as much as you can. And then leaning, yes, rolling that hip back. And then heavy here, yeah. Noticing maybe one side more welcoming than the other. Maybe your breath is required a little bit more on one side. On a encore environ 4 grandes respirations ici. Et après la prochaine expiration, on relève le torse et on se retrouve dans une posture de la table. Come back again into your table. Actually, I would say let's get into a child's pose. Open your knees wide. Ouvrez les genoux larges. Peut-être même les mains vers l'arrière de la salle. You could have your arms towards the back, kind of catching the back of your heels. Coming back to that breath. And then you can sit onto your heels and then swing both legs to the front. On amène les deux jambes vers l'avant de la salle. And then for forward fold, today we'll get into Baddha Konasana, so our butterfly pose. So if you need more restorative, just make this space wider. If not, we bring our heels closer to our groin, pushing the outside of your feet. On push l'intérieur des pieds, on pousse les coudes dans les cuisses, on lève le cœur. Inhale, and as you exhale, you start to hinge forward, but from your hips, so keep that back long. So it's projecting the heart forward instead of trying to bring your forehead to the ground. Yeah? Inspire. Expire. Inspire. Expire. Inspire. Expire. Deux autres. Inspire. Expire. Plus grande inspiration, inspire. Et expire. On se déroule complètement. On roll here. Keep the feet as they are. And then we'll just get into a gentle twist. So you bring your left hand outside your right knee, main gauche extérieure, genou droit, main droite derrière. Torsion vers la droite, inspire. Expire. On revient au centre, we're back towards the center. And this time on the exhale, twisting towards the left. Breathing in. And breathing out. Coming back towards the center, bring both feet on the mat. And getting into a boat pose to get to the mat. Donc on s'en va dans un bateau pour aller au sol. Donc les mains derrière les genoux. Hein? And then let's just find some balance here, bringing the legs parallel to the ground. Opening your chest. On ouvre le cœur. On relâche les mâchoires. Peut-être on laisse aller les bras vers l'avant. Inspire. Expire. Les genoux ensemble. Hein? Inspire. Expire. Trois autres. Inspire. Expire. Inspire profondément. Expire complètement. La dernière. Inspire. Expire. Les orteils au sol, toes down. Et on déroule complètement sur le sol. On se prépare pour un bridge. We're getting ready for a bridge. So bring your heels closer to your sitting bone. Amenez les talons près des fessiers. On plante le bas du dos dans le sol et sur l'inspiration, on lève le bas, le milieu, le haut du dos. Et sur l'expiration, peut-être les épaules se rejoignent. On fait des points vers l'avant. You can make fists to the front of the room. So 3 more breaths. Inspire. Et expire. On pousse également dans les deux pieds. Inspire. Expire. Un petit peu plus haut. Inspire. Expire. Inspire. Et doucement à partir du haut de la colonne, from the top of your spine, you release your shoulders and then you come all the way down. And then your feet a little bit wider than your hips as you move your knees side to side. And then back towards neutral. And then we'll take a second bridge. Option to take a restorative. Option de prendre un bridge restauratif. Donc, si c'est restauratif, on lève les hanches, on met 1 ou 2 blocs, so 1 or 2 blocks underneath. If not, bring your hips up. Inhale. And then as you exhale, shoulder blades coming together. Fait que c'est ça, pousse les hanches vers le ciel. Inspire. Et expire. Inspire. Et expire. Dernier, inspire. Et expire jusqu'au sol. Release all the way down. Release your shoulder, relâche les épaules. This time, bring the knees towards your chest. Yeah? Being careful if you have props. And then rolling side to side. And now bringing the left foot down, le pied gauche au sol, la cheville droite sur le genou gauche. Et le genou gauche vers la poitrine. Left knee towards your chest. So it's a thread the needle or figure 4. Supine pigeon. Hein? Je peux te donner un petit ajustement ici? Je peux te donner un petit ajustement ici? Et inspire. Expire. Inspire. Et expire. Inspire. Et expire. On ramène le pied gauche au sol. Bring your left foot down. And then cross your right leg all the way. Complètement. Croise la jambe. And then knee towards chest. And then knees towards the left. Chest towards the sky. Yeah. If the leg crossed over is not comfortable, right? So allonge ta jambe gauche. Allonge ta jambe gauche. Puis amène, fais juste rouler comme ça. Ouais. Puis amène tes omoplates au sol. OK, comme ça. Ouais, super. OK. We've got a few more breaths here, so just breathe deeply, even into that twisted shape, to fill up. And exhale completely. So it helps to give space for that spine to get just a little bit deeper into that rotation. 2 breaths. And gently rolling back towards the center, on roule vers le centre, on décroise les jambes, on cross. Bring those knees towards your chest, give yourself a little squeeze, a little release into your lower back. And then this time planting your right foot on the mat, bringing the left ankle onto that right knee, bringing the right knee towards your chest. Maybe lengthening that right leg to the sky if you want to. Keeping the shoulder blades, the head down, la tête au sol, les épaules au sol. On peut même pousser dans la cuisse gauche avec le talon gauche pour que le stretch soit un petit peu plus intense. Inspire. Expire. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Bless you. And then bring that right foot back down. On ramène le pied droit au sol. And then you can cross that left thigh completely. Bring your knees back towards your chest. And this time twisting towards the right, opening the chest up. So again, to get like into that torsion, yes. So just coming here like this, and then you can even support. Yes. You can remove it if it doesn't work, yeah. Is that not yet? Okay. 2 more breaths. And then rolling back towards the center, on crossing your legs. Give yourself a last squeeze. Or any movement as we're getting into our Shavasana. Donc, si vous avez besoin de quoi que ce soit additionnel, ou sinon on allonge les jambes sur le tapis. Peut-être plus large que les hanches où on plante les pieds dans le sol. So make this comfortable. So release the practice. Release any commentary you might have at this time. So I invite you to simply be kind of in the pose without any expectations. It's kind of being like in a receiving mode, just letting the body absorb not only the movement, but then the energy that's been shifted. And maybe the mindset or the mind space that is maybe a bit more calm and peaceful. Donc on sort doucement de notre Shavasana, kind of start to come out of this Shavasana by simply moving breathing deeply, coming back to the mind space, to the body space. Bringing your knees back towards your chest when you're ready, kind of balancing side to side. Stretching any way that feels intuitive. And then we can find ourselves towards the right side, into a little ball. And then keeping the eyes closed, simply come back to a seat. On revient dans une position assise. Les yeux fermés si possible pour quelques instants. On va revenir à votre intention du début. Et on va fermer la classe avec un Om. So thank you everyone, the courageous in studio and at home as well. I wish you all a wonderful evening. Bonne soirée. Namaste. And now if you just can't get enough of me, I'm going to be here for the 7:30 class and for the 8 a.m. class tomorrow morning. So you cannot not catch me, okay? Vous pouvez pas m'attraper. I might sleep here, yeah, no. Charlie will be expecting me back. Okay,